excellent job in all those videos. Very, very good. Very good. But let's do a little refresh on the pentatonics here. So I'm guessing you've been relying on the tablature, like the lead thing and whatnot, to get those shapes down, which is fine, totally fine. Remember this thing that sent over to you when we started the pentatonic route. So all the notes being used are in here. So I just go ahead, open that back up, take a look here. So you see it's just those notes right there. So when you have chords that use these notes, then the pentatonics, at least these, will fit. So all of these contain, yeah, just the same 5 notes. Every single one is the same 5 notes. So like this part down here, those are all the shapes on one fretboard, and the red ones, remember, highlight the individual shapes. So that's what's going on down there. So yeah, it's just A, C, D, E, and G. So the only 2 notes that are missing to make it a full minor scale, B and F. So we put the B and the F in, we got a full minor scale. So yeah, A5, C5, D5, E5, and G5 all fit. You can make chord progression with any of those chords, and all these scale shapes will fit, because again, it's the same 5 notes. Same 5 notes, just played in different octaves all over the place. Of course, any of those chords you were using also work, like the major, like A minor, G major, that stuff. And we're going to continue a bit more with that, a little bit different way with the scales. Let's get to that in a moment. So yeah, good. Glad you got those scales memorized. What we're going to do next is kind of go about playing them up and down a little bit different, just so you can get used to some new ideas. And number 1, our new rhythm. It's basically the same rhythm as last time. The difference is, if you remember last time, basically that's the strumming pattern, right? So you got your 1 and 3, 1 and 3, down, up, down, down, up, down. And every time that rhythm pattern started over again, you would change chords. So the difference this time is we only change chords when the new bar happens. So it's another way of feeling out this whole polymeter thing. So I still think it's a good idea to count it like it's in 3/4. You just got to be careful of when you change chords. So I feel like this is a bit more confusing, a bit more of a challenge. But yes, a bit more of a challenge, so that's where we're doing it next. And then after you get this down, we're going to move into some new stuff. More 8th note things, but more challenging rhythm. So let's play this guy. We'll do it at 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, and 3, 1 and 3, and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3, 1 and 3. I screwed something up. From the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 3, 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 1 3, 1 and 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 3, 120, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and and a bonus speed or faster speed just in case it helps. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. The new lead thing I'm going to be working on. Alright, so let's do it like this. Focus on the lead first. Guess I'll leave that up. Alright, so yeah, what we're going to do is basically go up the A minor pentatonic scale and down the C major pentatonic shape. Or go up shape number 1, down shape number 2. So that'll be the thing to just demonstrate next week. Just go up 1, down the next. Along with, actually, you know what, let's do it like this. We'll go back down to that note too. Let's do it like this for your scale memorization demonstration. So that's the thing to do. Okay, now the pattern, as far as the lead here goes, it's definitely more tricky than that, or than what I just did. So basically we're just kind of legato our way up the scale a little bit, or kind of up, down, up, down, up, down, so we get to the top, and then we reverse it to go down the C, or the second minor pentatonic shape, which is just so happens to be a C major pentatonic. So let's play it at 60 to start. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 60. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Power chords. So this is the chord progression. So basically, okay. So I put in Roman numerals up here. So we're going to start paying more attention to chord numbers, because this is like really opens up how chord progressions and chords work in different keys. So the Roman numerals are based off of how you would number things in the C major scale. So like your C major scale, the C note is note number 1, D is note number 2, E 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, and B is 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And each one of those notes, you can look at it as, the starting point of different chords. So, and we're going to go into more detail with this, but just a quick overview. So with that C note, you can have a C major chord. The D note, you can build a D minor chord. The E note, you can build an E minor chord. The F, you can build the F major. The G, you can build a G major. The A, you can build an A minor. And B, you get a B diminished. So chord 1, 4, and 5 are major chords. Chords 2, 3, and 6 are minor. Chord number 7 is diminished. So if you notice here, some of these are lowercase and some of these are uppercase. So 6, 3, and 2 right there, those are lowercase because you can make a minor chord happen. This is the 5 right here, is the only one that's uppercase because you can make a major chord. So we're not working with all the different chords. Well, technically we never work with all the chords because there's just too many chords when you think all of them. So I just want to word things properly. I don't want to word things like many people do online that I actually have a big problem with. Yeah, not all the chords. We're not going to be working with all chord positions. That's a better way to say it. So, because not all the notes are being used. Remember, the F note is not being used, and the B note not being used in our pentatonic. So this means the B diminished isn't going to be happening right now, and the F major is also not going to be happening. But we can certainly have a C major and a G major with what we're currently working with. Not to say that the A minor pentatonic wouldn't work if you threw in an F major or a B diminished. It certainly can. But we're just focusing on very specific parts right now to ease into the memorization process. So yeah, even though talking about chord number 1 can be major, chord number 2 can be minor, number 3 can be a minor as well. Well, they can also just be power chords, which is one of the things we're working with here. So chords 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 can all be regular 5th chords. All of them. Chord number 7 technically can't be. You can play it like a regular 5th chord, but it's not 100% in key. It needs to be this if you want it to be 100% in key. So basically it's a diminished 5th chord, or a power chord with a flat 5. So we'll get into that more as we continue to work through things. So anyway, that's just kind of a brief little overview of some stuff. No need to get all that memorized right now. We're going to be talking about it more and more and more and more. We're going to get more involved, more in depth, because it's such a big, long process of getting these things down. I want to really take our time to ease into it. So one of the biggest things I've noticed with people when I'm teaching these things is there's a tendency to forget, which has taught me I need to slow down how I give the information, because I want you guys to retain it, be able to recall it, be able to understand it, all that good stuff. So I want to go at a good pace for everybody, and of course adjust that pace accordingly. So definitely give feedback and ask questions, okay? So anyway, power chords, say the name as you play it. That's going to be important, so this way you remember what it is you are playing. Let's just keep it simple here and play it at old 60. So yeah, just change for the chord demonstration. Same with the lead. Whatever speed works for you works for me. Just make it work for you. All right, so power chords. 1, 2, 3, 4, A5, 2, 3, 4, G5, 2, 3, 4, E5, 2, 3, 4, G5, 2, 3, 4, E5. Here comes a fancy G5. 2, 3, 4. I'm pretty sure you've played that one. I may have even given it to you at one point, but yeah, basically it's like a G major chord, but we don't have the A string being played, so we don't hold that, and we gotta position the middle finger in such a way that it barely touches the A string, so that's why it's muted out. So you get a nice big fat bright sounding G5 chord. Alright, so now the clean chords. And these also have the Roman numerals over them. So now you can really see what's going on with the whole major and minor stuff. So yeah, the 6, 3, 2, 3, 6, all minor chords, and the 5 with the capital V. That's it's got your G major. Okay. There we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, A minor. 2, 3, 4, G. 2, 3, 4, E minor. 2, 3, 4, D minor. 2, 3, 4, E minor. 2, 3, 4, G. 2, 3, 4, A minor. And you can also say the chord number as well. That's also a fine idea. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6. All right, that is that. So again, any questions, definitely let me know. And I think that'll do it for this new stuff. Okay, I will see you again next week in your new videos.